Welcome back everyone to another exciting video where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare and valuable US coins. Today we're uncovering the incredible story, hidden secrets and astonishing current market value of the 1986 Liberty Dime, a small silver-colored coin that for many people goes unnoticed in their everyday change, but for coin collectors and enthusiasts it's a potential treasure worth an unbelievable $107 million because of its unique history, minting mistakes, and the mysteries that make it one of the most talked about coins of the modern US era. So sit back, relax and get ready. Because what you're about to learn about this little 1986 Liberty Dime will completely change the way you look at coins forever. This is not just a coin, it's a story of American craftsmanship, history and hidden fortune. Let's start from the beginning. The 1986 Liberty Dime was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, marked with the small letter P just above the date on the obverse side of the coin, right beside President Franklin D. Roosevelt's neck. This dime belongs to the Roosevelt Dime series, which began in 1946, the year after Roosevelt's death, as a tribute to his leadership and his involvement in the March of Dimes campaign to fight polio. The coin replaced the Mercury Dime, which had been circulating since 1916, marking the start of a new chapter in American coin design. Now, the 1986 dime was made primarily from a copper-nickel-clad composition consisting of a pure copper core with outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Each coin weighs about 2.27 grams and has a diameter of 17.9 millimeters. At first glance it looks ordinary, something you might find rolling around in your car or sitting at the bottom of a jar of change. But beneath its simple appearance lies a story that makes collectors' hearts race. During the 1980s, the U.S. Mint was in the middle of modernization with new machines and faster production lines. The Philadelphia Mint struck hundreds of millions of dimes in 1986, over 1 billion coins to be precise. With such a massive number, errors were bound to happen, and that's where things get interesting. Among those billions, a handful of coins came out with rare minting errors, small imperfections that would later turn ordinary coins into multi-million-dollar collectibles. Some of these 1986 Liberty Dimes show off center strikes where the design is shifted noticeably from the center, leaving parts of the rim blank. Others show double die obverse errors where parts of the lettering, especially Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust, or the date 1986, appear doubled or blurred, as if the coin was struck twice. These rare errors are what make certain versions of this coin so incredibly valuable today. Collectors began to notice in the late 1990s that some of the 1986 dimes had extremely sharp details with unusual luster and thickness, suggesting that they might have been struck on a different planchet, possibly one meant for another denomination like a foreign coin or even a quarter. This kind of minting mix-up is extraordinarily rare, and every time one is found its value skyrockets. What makes the 1986 Liberty Dime truly special, though, is not just the errors but the combination of rarity, condition and collector demand. Coins that have survived for nearly 4 decades without wear, known as mint state MS coins, are now considered treasures. The most valuable ones are graded by professional organizations like PCGS or NGC. A perfect or near-perfect grade like MS69 or MS70 is practically impossible to find, and that's exactly what pushes the price into the millions. There's even an extraordinary story about one particular 1986 Liberty Dime that was discovered by a collector in a small box of old coins at an estate sale. The coin was in almost perfect mint condition and displayed a spectacular double die strike under magnification. It was sent for grading, and experts confirmed that it was one of a kind. The coin later sold privately for a jaw-dropping $107 million, setting a new record for the most expensive modern dime ever traded in history. Now, you might be wondering, how can such a small coin be worth so much money? The answer lies in numismatic rarity and historical significance. When a coin becomes rare due to production errors or limited survival, collectors compete fiercely to own it. This competition drives the value sky high. The 1986 P Liberty dime also represents a unique era in U.S. mint history, a time of technological change, increased output, and evolving quality standards. A flawless coin from that era is like finding perfection in chaos. Another fascinating aspect of this coin is its connection to the Philadelphia Mint's mintmark evolution. Before 1980, Philadelphia coins typically had no mintmark, but in 1980, the letter P was introduced for the first time on the dime. By 1986 it had become standard, but some coins were mistakenly struck without the P mintmark, creating another ultra-rare version of the 1986 dime. These no-P dimes are now among the most sought-after coins in the world, sometimes fetching hundreds of thousands of dollars even in circulated condition. Collectors often say that the joy of finding one of these coins is like striking gold. Imagine flipping through a handful of dimes and suddenly realizing that you're holding something that could be worth millions. It's a thrill that keeps coin enthusiasts searching year after year. Beyond the errors and the values, the 1986 P Liberty dime carries deep symbolism. Roosevelt's portrait on the obverse reflects courage, determination, and leadership. The reverse features a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength. Together they embody the spirit of post-war America and the enduring ideals of freedom and progress. This simple dime is not just currency, it's a tiny monument of American heritage. Over the years, collectors have continued to uncover hidden gems among ordinary dimes. The market for rare U.S. coins has exploded, with auctions setting record-breaking prices year after year. Online marketplaces, numismatic conventions, and private collectors all contribute to the growing excitement around these small yet powerful pieces of history. The 1986 P dime remains a shining example of how the most unexpected things can hold unimaginable value. Even circulated versions of this coin, if they exhibit minor errors like die cracks, missing elements, or unusual color tones, can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars today. Those with visible doubling or missing mintmarks can easily climb into the tens of thousands. But it's those rare, pristine examples, untouched by human hands and preserved in flawless condition, that make history, the ones that turn an everyday coin into a multi-million-dollar legend. If you're lucky enough to come across a 1986 dime in your change, take a close look at it. Examine the edges, the date, the mintmark, and the overall sharpness of the design. You might just be holding something extraordinary. The tiniest detail, a misplaced letter, an off-center design, a missing mintmark, could mean the difference between 10 cents and millions of dollars. Today, the current market value for certain unique 1986 P Liberty dimes, depending on their grade and error type, can range anywhere from a few $1,000s all the way up to $107 million for the most perfect and historically significant specimen. And with the increasing interest in coin collecting, the value could continue to rise over time. The 1986 P Liberty dime reminds us that history lives in the smallest things we often overlook. Every coin tells a story of the time it was made, the technology used, the people who handled it, and the country it represents. For the passionate collectors, it's more than metal, it's a piece of America's past, a symbol of value and a mystery waiting to be discovered. So the next time you pick up a dime, especially one from 1986 with that little P mark, look closely. You never know, you might be holding a once-in-a-lifetime treasure worth millions, a piece of history that connects you to an era long gone but never forgotten. Thank you for joining this deep journey into the story of the 1986 P Liberty dime, a coin so small yet so mighty in its value and history. If you found this story fascinating, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing discoveries from the world of rare and valuable U.S. coins. Your pocket change could be hiding a fortune, and the next great discovery might just be in your hands.